hope you're all here to see a purse that lights up when you open it, because that's what you're going to see. My name's Alison Lewis, and I have this very small site called artfuture.com. It's something I do personally on the side, something I love, and we might have to all get in the dark and huddle to be able to see the message, but basically, I'll just show you real quick. This is a cheap little purse I found. When you open it, there's light. When you close it, it's off. Woo!
Everybody asks me where to get wires and why they don't want to spend money to get wires. Yeah, it's really cool.
Your telephone cable.
Because chimpanzees don't have
Your internet access cable.
these pop-off ends and little perfect wires on the inside to make everything hit. So this is what I use. This is the method I teach my students. So they don't have to go out and buy a bunch of wires and spend a lot of money. It's also colored, it's small.
They come in these kits, and I'm not going to tell you they're expensive, but what happens is what makes them work are these really cool magnetic switches. And the magnetic switches are fairly expensive generally. They cost about $5. That's real expensive, right? But when you buy a nice purse, or a purse you want to light up, maybe you only spend $30 on your purse. So if you want to do this, take into consideration that these switches cost $5, right? And each LED costs about $1.97 or something like that. So that's like 10, 12 bucks out of the way. So the kit themselves, plus the battery, all the LEDs and the switches, is $18, okay, if you want one. So they work off of these switches. They come from, I like for people to use things that we can find around us and let girls know, specifically women. Men already know a lot of this stuff, but home security, things like that, you can find these in home security stores, but they're much more expensive, especially the kind that I use. I won't get into it, but it's called a normally open switch, okay? And they're very hard to find, and I have to special order them. So what you can make with this kit, and what I'm going to demo today, it's a very simple light panel. Start being creative. I want to give people the tools to be able to make things that make them think about what you want to do with this. I know what I want to do. I want to make a purse. So they basically work on magnets. And I think it's really magical, so I think it's cool. Got a bunch of little LEDs. First thing you want to do is get your purse, and you probably want to measure it to make sure that you have the right size board. We have the ones in the kit pre-cut for you so that everything fits nice inside. You know what this is, right? Cheap old $2.95 clear corrugated plastic. So I've got my 6 LEDs. I don't know who knows what about electronics or how much most women know about electronics, but it's basically working like you would work with any other thing. If you can work with beads, if you can make jewelry, you can do electronics. We use the same thing. This soldering iron was bought at a bead store. Okay, it's the same thing you would use to do any other type of craft, really. So tools you'll need: hot glue, our favorite, a little bit of soldering iron, of course, and some needle nose pliers, which are right there. Needle nose pliers and some solder. See, this is much bigger than a bead. It's much easier to work with. Inside here, there's no way for you guys to see this from far out, but in the diagram there's a nice little close-up picture of what they should look like. Right. They basically have like a little fat part in them and a little skinny part. One's plus, one's minus, like a battery. What I like to do is I turn them all at 90 degrees like so before I get started. Be careful not to break them because they can break fairly easily. And $2 for a little light, that can be annoying. So basically you're going to line them up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like this. And you're going to set them up plus, minus, plus, minus. And what that means to you is,
Just one to pass around.
notice how they fit perfectly inside here. This is what I love about this stuff.
Yeah, there was just one sitting there.
Alright, so when you're looking at craft stores and you're thinking about this sort of thing, try to think a little bit out of the box and Think about how you can fit electronics into things, what's conductive, what's not conductive, snaps. All these things that you look at every day work well with electronics. So basically I have the fat side facing downwards the entire time. And I skip every 2. Where's my fat side? Okay, there he is. On this one I skipped every 2. I can do it differently. And then what I like to do is I don't want them to be perfectly across from each other. I want them to be skipping, so staggered. That's a good word. Yes, staggered is a good word. Again, I want the fat side down. Oh. Skip every 2. They nicely fit. They snug right into here.